Hi, in today's video, I'm going to show you how to use Google search to find profitable YouTube video ideas. And it's not what you're thinking. I know that a lot of people say use the autofill feature in Google and or YouTube to find video search ideas. That is true, and I do that. However, this is something that I've never actually heard anybody else talking about, and I'm going to share it with you today. I started applying all of my blogging knowledge into my YouTube video incorporation. And what I mean by that is when you're blogging, you're wanting to use certain keywords as your heading so that Google will use that as search results. And you're really trying to think, what does Google want out of my blog? Well, I started to think the exact same thing about my YouTube videos. What I started to do was research videos for YouTube that then Google would use as a search result to somebody's question. First things first, Google does not automatically use a video as a search result for every inquiry. As you can see in this search right here, if you just search for why does my dog stare at me, it doesn't use a video as a search result. However, if you Google tricks to get dog to drink water, a video does come up. And so what you're going to look for is, I would say that this one, if this happens to be your niche, this is a great one because only one video pops up. So there's not many videos being made on this subject. And I would also check to see how old this video is. If you can make a better one at a higher quality, Google would definitely use your video to answer this question, tricks to get a dog to drink water, because it has already proven that it wants to use a video to answer the question. How-to videos are definitely a great place to start, but that's not the only place where Google will use a video as an answer. There's also something that you can do to help Google use your video, and that is to put in timestamps. There are 3 basic rules when it comes to inserting timestamps correctly into your video, so this is definitely worth writing down. First rule of timestamps is that you have to start at 00:00. If you don't start there, it's not going to work. The second rule is that you need a minimum of 3 timestamps for it to work. The third rule is that each timestamp needs to be a minimum of 10 seconds long. There's a few other things that are included, but those are the 3 main things that you need to remember. So now I'm going to go into one of my videos and show you exactly how I set up my timestamps in order for Google to find my video and use it as a search result. Glasses coming out. Let's get serious. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is show you the sheer power of what I'm talking about. So you might be wondering, what do I know? Well, I have another YouTube channel right here, and we have grown rapidly over the last year, and I attribute a lot of that to Google using our videos as a search result. So let me just type in a very common and, may I say, expensive keyword in our industry: air conditioner not cooling enough. This is a very common problem in the heating and air conditioning industry, and this is a keyword that companies like mine will pay a ton to focus on Google pay-per-click and stuff like that. But let's just type this in organically and see what happens. Air conditioner not cooling enough. What's the very first thing that pops up? My video. What's the second thing that pops up? My video. Okay, and so these 2 videos have gotten huge results for my channel, and it has also brought in a lot of business. And so if you're a small business, I'm speaking your language, right? Because it's like, who cares how many views you get? Does it actually bring in business? Yes, it does. And it also doesn't matter on location. This comes up no matter where you are in the country when you just Google air conditioner not cooling enough. And let me show you what this does to our YouTube analytics. These are our analytics for the last 365 days. Okay, we've gotten more than 1 million views. Google search is actually responsible for 95,000 views on my channel in the last year. All of my top videos on my channel are the ones that are the most Google friendly. Okay, so let's get to work. So Google is already auto-generating timestamps on a lot of videos in order to help answer people's questions, but this is your opportunity to make it as search engine friendly as possible. So let's use this channel as an example on how to set up timestamps correctly. So you go into your video. Things that you want to keep in mind is that you have to have at least 3 timestamps in each video, and each timestamp has to be at least 10 seconds long. I just go up and I hit play right here, and I rewatch my video, and I add the timestamps where it makes sense. So I rewatched my video and I added in all of my timestamps. So again, you want to start out with your first timestamp at 00:00, and then you put a space in between and then start your title of your chapter. Now I'm going to save this right here. Okay, so as you can see here, all of these timestamps have come up and they've divided my video into different chapters. Wow, that's annoying. I'm like hearing myself as I'm trying to talk. I can't do that. All of these titles, they're not just random. It's not part 1, part 2, part 3. definitely don't do that. It's going to be a waste of your time. I made them relevant if somebody is searching for something on Google specifically. So instead of just saying use auto captions, I say use Facebook auto captions to help increase video views. Just think of this as an opportunity to help Google find your video as an answer to somebody's question, even if that answer to the question is just a snippet in your video. The videos that Google has latched onto from my channel is the whole reason why my channel took off. So I hope that this was helpful. If it was, if you wouldn't mind hitting that like button and subscribing, it's a free way to help me out. I would really appreciate it. I would love for you to join me each week. I post twice a week on Tuesdays and Fridays, and every time I post, I will be around for the first 30 minutes to answer any comments or questions that you have. And this channel exists to be a support for other small business marketers so that we can help each other out. Anything that I find that's working for me, like using Google search to pump up my YouTube videos, I will be sure to share it with you here. So I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you soon.